Hello, cancer fans. So this is my next update on my stage 4 advanced colon cancer stuff. So the last few days, I started to get folliculitis, and that's where the new hairs or whatever that hair falls out and a new one grows or whatever happens. Um, the hair is not breaking the surface of the skin, so it's staying underneath the surface of the skin just a little bit, and then it'll grow in there and it gets all wounded up in there and it gets infected. I've got a bunch of it on my leg. You can kind of see all the ingrown hairs that are going to turn into little pimples on that leg. On the inside of my legs, it's getting pretty bad there. It's also, this leg is, I think this leg is worse. It looks much more prevalent there or whatever. And then the worst spot is, maybe not the worst spot, but also a bad spot is on my back. A lot of it going on there, and the little ingrown hairs get infected. So I need to get some antibacterial soap and something like that. And then there's some behind my ear, one on my ear. I don't know if you can see the ones on my forehead. They're kind of gone, the ones on my forehead. There was a bunch of them on there yesterday, but not so much now. So before I was talking about, if this is cancer, I can live with this. Well, that was just not, I didn't give it enough time. So I've had 4 chemo sessions now. It's been 2 months since I was diagnosed and we started to go for treatment. And now the effects are starting to come in and show themselves. So there's a couple things. First of all, I decided that I was just going to be completely honest. When I started doing these videos, I just decided that I was going to spare my own embarrassment or whatever and just come right out and say everything. I was going to be completely honest with all of my condition, and because it's kind of, digestive system and the colon and everything is kind of personal, and it's kind of things that people don't usually talk about in public, for sure. But I am talking about it in a public forum, just so that maybe I can help somebody. Maybe someone can learn something. Maybe someone can know what to expect, or just anything. But I decided I was going to be completely honest, so this is where we're at. So with that being said, I have the folliculitis. The chemo is starting to show itself now. We're injecting these chemicals into my body that kill the cancer, but that's not all that these chemicals do. They're pretty destructive chemicals. It's not just it's not just a chemical that goes in and finds the cancer cells and kills the cancer cells and leaves everything else alone. And these chemicals do all kinds of crazy shit. And so that's kind of where we're at with the chemicals. So the thing with the chemicals is that, so now this is 4 weeks into it, I can start to feel the like my skin hurts. Like if I rub my forehead or my arms, it kind of hurts in a weird way. Like almost like I have a burn or something on my skin, and I rub it and it irritates the burn, or it hurts a little bit. It doesn't last for long, but it's just a weird sensation or whatever. I have a lot of pain on my skin. So there's that. There's also, you put the chemicals into your body, and then your body doesn't use all the chemicals or whatever. I don't know what happens inside of you, but I know that the stuff that comes out of me now is not the same stuff that was coming out of me before. I mean, when you do start doing this chemo, they tell you, you put your clothes in a separate laundry basket. You put your, you use a separate bathroom. You make sure you clean up after yourself and make sure that there's not any chemicals left, or, you don't want to transfer these chemicals because they're very hostile chemicals. They're not, they're not just your normal chemicals. They're very, very destructive chemicals. So now it's time to take that very seriously, because now when I go to the bathroom, say if I take a pee, if I urinate, it hurts. And it doesn't just hurt when I'm urinating. The whole area around there kind of hurts all the time now. It's like the urine has irritated the skin, and it's irritated that area, so that it hurts all the time now there. And so that sucks. You know, any place that the urine has touched my body, it gets irritated. So that's kind of scary a little bit. And then there's also the other side of things where when number two comes out when I poop, that is also painful and irritated and burns. Um, so I have to clean up extra good, make sure. Yeah, that's just it is what it is. I have to clean up extra good when I go to the bathroom because it irritates my skin. And yeah, the chemicals, the chemo is not nothing messing around. That's some serious chemicals that they're putting into my body, and it's just starting to show the effects for me. Also, you know, we're 4 weeks into it now. Um, I was thinking after 4 weeks that I would start to feel better. That I would, you know, I put on more. I put on 20 pounds or 20 some pounds or 30 pounds, something like that. So I put on some weight. I'm back to a healthy weight, but um, the cancer tumors, you know, I know where they are. Um, from when I was so skinny, I could feel them and I could see the lumps. Of course, I can't see the one down in my lower colon, but I can feel it, and I can feel the one on my liver, the big spot on my liver, and that hurts. And the one on in my lower colon is still putting pressure on something in my testicle area because my testicles feel like I got kicked in the balls all the time. Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it'll feel like I got kicked in the balls an hour ago. Sometimes it'll feel like I got kicked in the balls 30 minutes ago. Sometimes it feels like it happened right now. Like it just happened. And it really, I mean, I've been kicked in the balls before when I was little, and I know what it feels like, and this is what it feels like. And it sucks. It hurts. Um, and so that I feel that, and it always feels to some degree. I can always feel it now. There's no days when it's just not, when I feel great, when I don't feel anything. There's always, every day, all the time, I can always feel some sort of pain. And if there's not pain in my liver, which is not always, but usually I can feel the pain in my liver now. And God forbid I should forget to take a pill. You know, there was a couple times last week when I slept through my pill and I woke up and I was like, oh shit, it's too late to take a pill now. And so I didn't take one, and it freaking hurt. My liver, where they took the sample out of my liver, the core or whatever, where they got that needle and stuck it in there and pulled a piece out to see if, you know, to do tests and everything. I can feel that. That spot is still very tender, and it's been 2 months. I don't know why it's that spot or whatever, but I can feel it on that spot particularly. But that's not the only spot. I mean, I can feel there. It's a pretty big area that I can feel that feels painful. That is painful, in my liver area, and then of course my testicle area, like I said, feels pain. So I was thinking that after 2 months I would feel better and I would be getting better. You know, I quit smoking, which I thought when I quit smoking that was going to solve everything. I was going to be, you know, 100% ready to go, and I was going to, you know, live a long, healthy life. Should have quit smoking 20 years ago. I should have never, you know, whatever. That's a whole different video, but yeah, I thought that quitting smoking and quitting energy drinks and living healthier was going to solve everything, and I don't think that's happening. I don't feel like I'm getting better. I know that if I don't take my meds, I'm in a lot of pain. 2 months ago, I was in a lot of pain, but not every day. I didn't. There was days when I felt great and it didn't hurt at all, and I got away with just taking ibuprofens. But not anymore. Now it hurts all the time. Now if I don't take a pill, it hurts a lot. So it's very depressing. It's very discouraging that I still feel pain. I feel like I'm not getting better. I feel like it's getting worse. So we'll see. Well, we got a MRI coming up in a couple months, I think. Hopefully that will prove me wrong. Hopefully everything's going as planned. The doctor that I talked to last time I went in for chemo said that the blood test showed that the cancer markers were looking good and everything was looking good. Deanna was looking at the same blood test results, and we don't see it that way. It looks like this blood test was one of the worst ones yet. There was like in between the first chemo and this chemo, there was a good spot where all this tests came out good, and then at the first one and this one, everything's kind of not that good. So there was like a little valley there where everything was good, and then we're in the here is where it's not so good. At the beginning, it's not so good. So hopefully it's just like Deanna was saying, it just fluctuates, and we just have to ride it out and keep a good attitude and try to eat right and just stay on course. And I mean, even if I am gonna die, which we all die sometime, but anyways, even if it's not getting better, I still need to keep a good attitude. I still have to not be a jerk, and I'm having trouble with my attitude. I'll be honest with you. I was screaming at Liam yesterday, or maybe that was today. No, that was yesterday. I got in a big thing with Liam yesterday. I got in a kind of a thing with Deanna today, this morning. I am not. It's not as easy for me to just let stuff roll off my back right now. For some reason, things are really bothering me. And maybe it's the chemo, maybe it's the steroids, maybe it's some of the pills I'm taking. I don't freaking know. Anyways, that's where we're at. This is day whatever. It's September 19th. Sunday, September 19th. The only thing I think that can help me now is the Lions have to win tomorrow night. We need the Lions to win a Super Bowl this year. Period. That will heal everything. But seriously, things are kind of sucking. But even if things aren't getting better and the pain is getting worse and whatever, I can still live with this. I mean, I don't feel like I'm on death's doorstep or anything like that. Besides the pain, which I've been living with for like 3 or 4 years now, besides the pain, everything is going great. I still have everything that I ever dreamed of. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.